There are awakenings that begin in silence, and others that crash like thunder through your soul. Have you felt a strange peace right before crying, a chill in your chest for no reason? Have you noticed that something invisible seems to be aligning behind the curtain of your reality? A spiritual code has been unlocked for you, Taurus. A prophetic vibration Baba Vanga hinted at in her last visions. A karmic door has just closed, and another has opened. A portal you didn't expect with a gift you didn't dare dream of. But you must be awake, because in 72 hours, destiny knocks. Will you recognize the voice behind the blessing? Taurus, what if everything you've endured, every lonely night, every silent sacrifice, every time you loved without being seen, was actually being recorded in the sacred archives of the universe? What if nothing you've done with integrity has been wasted, because something rare is unfolding now? Not a coincidence, not a miracle, a divine correction. The air around your soul has changed frequency. There's a stillness that almost vibrates, and in that quiet tremor, a sacred cycle ends. You may not have seen it, but your karma just closed its final loop, and not the painful kind. This karma is made of patience repaid, of efforts witnessed by the divine, of tears that became contracts for grace. For 7 years, you've walked through a desert of inner growth. You were stripped of illusions. You were tested in silence. You held your ground when no one applauded. And now, the reward begins. The first sign of this blessing is subtle, but unmistakable. It starts in the body. You may feel a lightness in the chest, as if an invisible weight finally dissolved, a sense of arrival, but you don't know where yet. That's because something is aligning for you on a scale that can't be seen, only sensed. And the timing? Exact. The next 72 hours are coded. There is a signal approaching your life, a conversation, a proposal, an unexpected event, and it will change the direction of your material reality. A karmic reward of resources, of stability, of abundance. But here's the prophecy. If your heart is not open to receive, it will pass by, and you'll only recognize it when it's too far to reach. That's why this is not just a reading. It's a preparation. A divine visitor is on its way, not a person, but an energy. It brings with it a long-awaited shift in your financial frequency, not through luck, through resonance, and with it, something more unexpected emerges. Love, but not the ordinary kind. Someone from your past, a soul your heart never fully released, has been awakening in silence, not out of nostalgia, out of purpose. This isn't a romantic return just for closure. This is a mission-based reconnection, a soul contract that wasn't complete, a shared purpose that still needs to be fulfilled. They've been dreaming of you. You've been feeling them without realizing it, in music, in memories, in moments of unexplainable sadness. And just when your heart stopped looking, they return. Not just for love, but for something greater. Together, you're meant to build, not just romance, a legacy. And yet, before this unfolds, there is one more test. A shadow must leave your life, a toxic link, a belief, a wound, something that has silently drained your joy. But here's the divine intervention. It won't require your effort. The universe has already planned its exit. Like a tower struck by a holy wind, it will collapse on its own. What you must do is not hold the rubble. Let it fall. Let it clear. Let the dust become space. Because what's arriving cannot enter clutter. And this, dear Taurus, is why the sacred moment is now. Now, Taurus, pause. Breathe. Place your hand over your chest and whisper this decree in the comments below. I release the past with grace and welcome the divine reward prepared for me. Say it, feel it, let it echo across the universe. The energies are listening, and when you speak with intention, they respond. And if this message lit a fire in your spirit, leave your hype on this video. Like it, comment, share it. And if your soul feels the call, become a member of this channel. Every hype you send strengthens this sacred current, helps this space grow, and brings this message to other souls walking through the same gate. What if the chaos wasn't destruction, but sacred reorganization? Taurus, the divine rarely builds on broken foundations. And right now, the ground beneath your old life is shifting, not to bury you, but to reveal the real structure meant to support your next chapter. Let me ask you, have you noticed moments of unexpected silence lately? Not the absence of noise, but the kind of silence that feels full of messages. Have you felt like time paused for just a second, as if something were watching, waiting? That's because the cosmic blueprint of your destiny is being reassembled. This isn't just about love, it's not just money, it's your entire alignment with what you truly are, not the version you adapted to survive. And now, the next phase begins. Here's what I saw clearly. A proposal emerges. It's not just emotional, it's practical, serious, intentional. It may come as a business idea, a partnership, or an invitation to co-create something real with someone you thought was long gone or completely unreachable. But this isn't random, it's divinely timed. The person connected to this offer, they've been preparing for this moment as much as you have, even if unconsciously. They've gone through their own reckoning, their own tower falling. And now, like a puzzle piece finding its mirror, they appear with exactly what you didn't know you needed. This proposal has two sides: an emotional restoration, a professional or creative union, and it comes wrapped in destiny's fingerprints. But listen carefully, Taurus. Before this blessing settles in your life, the past must unclench its grip, because something else is surfacing now, something the cards called out in a whisper too loud to ignore. The Tower. You know the one. It's not destruction. It's the final collapse of the illusion that's kept you doubting your power, the belief that you had to settle, that what you wanted was too much, that patience means silence forever. No, beloved Taurus, this tower falls because your soul grew too big for the prison you called normal. And when it falls, so does the emotional residue, the invisible weight, the overthinking, the spiritual fog. But here's the miracle. You won't have to do anything but allow. Yes, allow the change, allow the detachment, allow the divine to clean what you don't have the strength to fight anymore. Because once that clearing happens, your inner vision becomes crystalline, and with it comes a gift you didn't see coming, clarity of soul purpose. That clarity will not scream. It will come as a calm conviction. You'll suddenly know exactly what to say, where to go, what to stop feeding, who to stop explaining yourself to. And from there, Taurus, life begins to flow. With your new emotional frequency vibrating clean and high, you become a magnet, not just for people, but for events, invitations, synchronicities, money, collaborations, and yes, miracles. But remember, the divine doesn't reward perfection, it rewards readiness. So I ask you now, not just as an oracle, but as a mirror to your soul, are you ready to let go of what no longer belongs? Because in 3 days, something will knock, and only your openness can let it in. Taurus, have you been dreaming of people you haven't seen in years? Have old names, forgotten places, or strange symbols started appearing around you? Numbers, animals, even scents from nowhere? These aren't coincidences, they are precursors. Something or someone is already crossing the threshold into your reality, not through the door, through synchronicity. And here's the sacred warning. You are about to receive a message, but not the kind that uses words. It will arrive in a symbol, a moment, a whisper in the stillness. Maybe it's a child who says something eerily wise. Maybe it's a song that plays at the exact second your thoughts wander to someone specific. Maybe it's the flicker of a light or a sudden chill in your room, a presence brushing against your energy field. Taurus, this presence is not here to scare you. It's not a ghost. It's a guide, an ancestral force, an energy of protection, possibly someone who walked this earth before and still watches over you. They come now because the veil is thin and you are open enough to see, but they are not coming just to comfort you. They bring a mirror, A spiritual mirror that reflects the version of yourself you've avoided facing, the version that knows exactly what it wants, the version that's tired of being understood only when small, the version that no longer fits inside the roles others built for you. This mirror may show up as discomfort. You'll feel it when you try to explain yourself and no one seems to listen. You'll notice it when you walk into a place that once felt safe and suddenly feels too tight. You'll feel like you're shedding skin, because you are. This shedding is sacred. It's what happens right before a spiritual identity upgrade. The personality cracks so the soul can breathe. And what do you do with this mirror, Taurus? You don't fight it. You see it, you nod to it, and you begin to make soul-sized choices. Here's where the real shift begins. From this moment forward, anything not aligned with your new vibration will start to resist you. Old connections may fade. Routines will stop making sense. Your body may even reject certain foods, places, or people. Don't panic. You're not breaking. You're recalibrating, because the real version of you, the one your destiny has been waiting for, is activating. And in that activation, you become magnetic to everything that is meant to find you, including a truth you've buried for too long. You've always known where your life needed to go. You were just afraid it would cost too much. But now the cost of not moving forward is higher than the risk of change. And when you accept that, the portal opens. You'll see it clearly. A door, literal or symbolic, an email, a conversation, a gesture, a dream, but it will be unmistakable. And through it, a new path, one you didn't even know you were waiting for. Let me ask you something, Taurus. What if it was never about you choosing a path, but about finally walking the one that had already chosen you? You see, not every destiny is designed to be earned. Some are inherited. Some are awakened only after enough pain has softened the ego. And that is what you've been living. For years, you've thought you were fighting for success, love, healing, clarity. But the truth is, you were being initiated. Your soul had to remember. It had to suffer just enough to forget the noise of the world, so it could finally hear the call that was buried under survival. And now that you've survived, now that you've wept in silence and still showed up, now that you've stopped asking, why me, and started whispering, what now? The gates have opened, and here's what I see in the divine field that surrounds you. A decision you made in the past is about to return, transformed. An opportunity you thought was lost will knock again. Someone you once loved deeply, who hurt or drifted, will reappear, not for closure, but for completion. But Taurus, be wise. Not everything that returns is meant to stay. Some things come back only to be finally released in peace. So listen carefully. Your task now is not to cling, but to discern. The universe is placing several options before you: paths, people, projects, places, but not all of them are aligned with your rebirth. How do you know which to choose? You'll know by how your body reacts. If your chest expands, if your breath deepens, if your mind quiets, that is alignment. But if your stomach tightens, your shoulders tense, or your energy dips, walk away. That is your soul saying no, because the new Taurus, the real you, no longer needs to prove anything, no longer needs to sacrifice wholeness for approval, no longer needs to stay where love must be earned. This is not arrogance, it's sacred clarity. And here's what I can now reveal without doubt. Before the next lunar phase completes, you will receive 3 confirmations. 1. A message from someone you hadn't heard from in a long time. 2. A symbolic sign, a number, an animal, a repeated phrase. 3. A tangible opportunity, either professional, financial, or creative. These 3 signs are not random. They are seals, proof that your energy shift is being mirrored by the external world. And when they appear, Taurus, do not question. Act. Because the portal is time-sensitive. It won't stay open forever. You've asked for change. You've begged the universe for a sign. This is it. Taurus, you've walked through fire without asking for rescue. You've been the silent backbone of people who never even thanked you. You've loved even when it cost you sleep, money, health, and still you stayed. Why? Because deep down, your soul knew something they didn't. That all of it, the suffering, the waiting, the battles no one saw, was part of the prophecy. And here is the final revelation. You are not waiting for your destiny. Your destiny has been waiting for you. Right now, the karmic wheel has stopped turning. The test is over, the debt is paid. And what comes next is not your reward, it is your inheritance. You don't have to beg, you don't have to fight. What is about to arrive in your life was written in your soul's original blueprint. And no one can take it, not because you deserve it, but because you became it. Taurus, this next version of your life will feel strange at first. You'll notice your usual fears have gone quiet. You'll realize your old anxieties no longer fit. You'll wake up feeling ready. And when you do, don't be surprised if people say, you've changed. Because yes, you have. You've changed in the most divine way possible. You've alchemized pain into wisdom. You've turned waiting into devotion. You've turned silence into power. And now, love arrives without confusion, money flows without hustle, opportunities show up without manipulation, and peace becomes your natural state, not because it was gifted, but because you became a match for it. This is what divine justice looks like, not revenge, not punishment, but restoration. And Taurus, restoration is here. But before you go, let's seal this transformation. Now breathe with me one last time. Close your eyes. Feel your spirit standing at the edge of something ancient and new. And when you're ready, write this in the comments. I claim my divine inheritance. What is mine finds me now. Let the universe see it. Let your guides echo it. Let your ancestors smile in silence, because they know you've arrived. And if this message lit something sacred in your soul, leave your hype on this video. Like it, comment, share it, and if your heart feels cold, become a member of this channel. Every hype you share amplifies this frequency, expands this light, and helps this message reach others who are walking their own prophecy.